I just want to take this moment and just thank God above anything. I wake up in the morning and I recognize God as something greater than me, greater than my speech, greater than what I've been through, greater than my strength, my talents, whatever I have. It comes from God. So I'm just thankful for that, and I just want to come through and just thank God in the name of Jesus, because that's my Lord. Jesus is a straight GP, and that's an example of how I live my life. And I just want to put that on that platform and let you know where I'm coming from. See, because I wake up in the morning, that's what I think. I thank God right now in this moment for the whole world, for each one of you guys watching me, the whole world, and a broad view, the whole world for waking up today, And the people that didn't get a chance to wake up, I hope they got a chance to do things right and live right righteously and chose the path of righteousness and repented out of the way they were living, made a turn and started living right. You know what I'm saying? So we're all given this life. We're all given a life. We're all given a name. We're all given individual settings. We have a life to live. So we have a choice to make. Every morning we wake up, whether we want to do the right thing or we just want to be on the bad side. You know what I'm saying? So Jesus came on this earth to allow us to see an example of his life lived and let you know, hey man, this is how we're supposed to be living. I came here to display and exhibit and model how humanity is supposed to live. So it's not a mystery. It's been revealed. All that other spooky stuff, you can miss it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to hear that. You don't have time to hear that because we have a short minute while we're on this earth to do what's right, to leave an impact. And the only reason why we're here, and the best way you can live your life is you live. The most awesomest thing that you could do in a life is to live your life for others. And the only reason why we're here on earth is to live like Jesus and leave an impact, and edify others. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of things happening and out there, but I just want to take the time and focus on this, and just be real with it, be straightforward with it, because my life backs up what I'm talking about, and I just want to be straightforward. See, I could get on this channel, I could get on this camera and just film, but I don't get nothing from it. I'm not looking for no likes. I'm not looking for I'm not looking for thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm not looking for subscribes. I'm not looking for none of that. You know what I mean? I don't get no money from this. I take time out of my own day to do this. Why? Because when I'm dead, long and gone, maybe a youngster, being a young mother, a teenage girl could see this. And this goes for everybody, because we all make decisions, could see this and peep the reality of what is not being shared to you. And this is why I have this platform. I share and I give to you tools so you could use them as jewels. So you could pump a brake on your life and the way you're living. So you could see life and know life and make the right decision before you even end your life. Before you even begin your life, you're already making decisions that can end it. So I just want to take the time and let you know I'm straightforward. A lot of people may not understand the point of my life or the message that I deliver. Well, my message is the same all across the board. It's the same. I'm only sharing what was not shared with me. Okay? At one point in your life, I go through it. I have struggles in my life, and I have my personal battles. But we all have a decision to make. What are we going to do from there? Are we going to learn from the lessons? We're going to continue being knuckleheads and continue to live lawless and continue to that. A lot of people can make up fun little stories or read other people's other little things, I don't let other people's things define me. I live me, and the way I live my life, knowing who I am, define me. My decisions in following Jesus and living like him and showing and giving my life experiences to you, that's what defines me, because I want to let Jesus define me. You know what I'm saying? I don't let other people's quotes. I'm not trying to live and quote other people's sayings or none of that. He gave me a life and I'm living it. And that's what defines me, my life. And it separates me from the pack. It separates me from everybody, and just me acknowledging the truth. See, there's something so beautiful that I could talk to you right now, and I could just pour out my heart and just let you know I don't need to memorize nothing. I don't need to copy nothing. I don't need to view a board or none of that. It comes from my heart because I care for you. And I just share what was never shared with me. And I went through the whole thing, I went through the whole juvenile system, I went through getting stopped. I went to getting pulled over. I went to getting processed. I went to having then police call my mama. I'm having my mom not show up because she's at work. I've been to juvenile hall. You know, I've been from Challenger to Silmar. You know, to Central to LP. You know what I mean? I've been through camp, through YA. You know, I've been through state penitentiary, level 4, 180. I went to the county jail, LA County Jail. From there, 180. You know, reception, 180. You know, level 4. You know, I went through the whole. I was state raised. I know the whole process. You know, and I'm only sharing to you what was never shared with me. Being raised by a single mother, I made the decision to run the streets. I made a decision to be out there. You know, and all along she talked to me about God. But let me tell you this: at one point in your life, or at this point in your life, a lot of people, and you will too, you will come to that point in your life when you hear about God. A lot of people hear about God. They just, you know, we all heard about God. We all heard of that name Jesus. We all heard about God. We've seen the religious system. We've seen the different many denominations. A lot of people have heard. We will come to a point in your life when you will hear about God. But there's a difference. There's a big difference from the Jesus in the Bible and the Jesus that this religious system has created and the one you heard of, you know. Because Jesus is a demonstration. He's not talk. He's a demonstration of power. He's a demonstration of mercy. He's a demonstration of loving your neighbor. He's a demonstration of the Good Samaritan. You know what I'm saying? He's a demonstration of Lazarus. You know what I'm saying? He's a demonstration. He's not talk. So at one point in your life, you will hear about that. But there's a difference. Let me get to that. There's a difference. There's a difference between hearing about God and there's a difference about knowing God. Because God knows you. He created you. And what's more beautiful is when it's like you know God, right? But what's most beautiful is when He knows you. Just like He knew Daniel. Just like He knew Paul. You know, just like He knew David. Just like He knew Isaiah. Just like He knew Elijah. Just like He knew John. That's a big difference. Because God sees the heart. And He judges the intentions of the heart. You know. This platform, when I'm going through, I go through my struggles. You know, I go through my things. And I wake up every morning and decide to do what's right. But the whole reason of this platform is to let you know that one time, at one point in your life, whether it be in your deathbed, or in this right now, this opportunity is locked down when you can reflect. And you have that opportunity to reflect. You can come to Jesus and do things right. A lot of people want to talk about how they change, how they stop living that life, you know, but you still associate yourself with darkness. You still associate yourself with criminal talk. You still associate yourself with that lifestyle, you know. You could be guilty just by association. You know, you could get your life taken for talking about something that you shouldn't be talking about. There's a difference between dying for the world and dying for Jesus. A big difference. But I just want to let you know one thing, you know. Among many other things and many other things that I will share on this channel, God giving me the opportunity, God willing. I plan to do so much. I plan to teach so much to people, so these could be jewels, and they could use them as tools, so they can acknowledge your life, you know. And you can have a life before you end your life, you know. So I just want to take the time and just be straightforward with you. This platform, a lot of people don't get my message. A lot of people don't understand my message. Simple. I've been living a life. See, because I had an encounter with Jesus, just like Paul did. I couldn't stand my gaze upon him. I heard it. His audible voice. I had an encounter with Jesus. Okay, and I want to let you know it's real in my life. I see too much of Jesus to doubt, to let it be a game. You know what I mean? And I'm just here to I'm just here to deliver the mail. You know. And the reason why I do these videos is simple. When I'm long dead and gone, somebody may gaze through it and see it. In my life lived, in my struggles, in my battles, in my scars, and whatever I've been through, I'm just dropping it to you like, boom. I went through it. Here it is, man, so you won't have to go through that. It's not, you will make your own mistakes. You will go through life. We all face life. But I'll make it simple like this. The whole thing why I do these videos is simple. My message is simple. To draw people to God. So you can go straight to the source, not to the middleman. What do you want a middleman when you have the source? You'll get a better bargain. You know what I'm saying? You get a way better bargain. Cut the middleman out. Go straight to the source. You know? Go straight to the source. And Jesus paid a price. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever will believe in him will be saved. That's all it takes. Believe. And your life will reflect what you believe. You know, I've spent my life living this way. And I have religious systems against me. Why? Because when you live according to how Jesus ordained us to live, then your very life exposes for what they're not living. Your very life exposes people for how they should be living. See, people just want to be a character, but they get mad at you when you're a real person. They don't want a real person. Don't compromise the truth. It's so important for you to know, to read. Pick up your King James Version Bible. Read it. It's so important nowadays to read. Read. Educate your mind. Educate your soul. You know what I mean? Because this is just a filter. This is just a school right now. Life is just school. And you have to graduate when you die. The only way the spirit is released from this body is when this body dies, when it's fulfilled its purpose. But some people are dying before they even fulfill their purpose. Listen to wisdom. So you won't have to end your life before you even begin your life. You know? See, to me, I look at it like this, you know? I'm like Netflix, man. And these people in this religious system, they're blockbusters. You know what I'm saying? It came to a point where Netflix was like, hey, man, look. Join us or be left out. And what happened? You don't go to the store and rent a blockbuster no more. You're at home watching Netflix. You have that at home. You don't have to go to the store and rent. And that's what I basically came down to this. It came to a point where you got to cut out the church system. You got to cut out the religious system. They won't do nothing for you. People that just want to talk and talk and talk and talk. That's all it is when the Bible says, be slow to talk. Be quick to listen. Be slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not line up according to the righteousness of God, because man's wrath is different compared to God's wrath. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be real with you and let you know the truth. You know what I mean? Cut out the middleman. Go straight to Jesus. Go straight to the source. You'll get a better bargain. In this situation right now, it exposed the whole religious system. It's just a system. It's just a business. These people don't care for you. And that's all I'm here to tell you. Through my life lived. Through my experiences. Acknowledge the life of Daniel. Live like Daniel. That's the way we're living right now. We got to be at home. Are you seeking God? Are you being sincere with yourself? My whole platform and my whole life, the reason why I'm here in life is to draw people straight to the source. Go to Jesus. Go to Jesus. See, because the real church of Jesus is made up of individuals who really love him and who really execute his ordained orders, really execute loving your enemy, loving God, loving yourself and your enemy as yourself. They're not here to see what they can get from you. They're here to see how they can help you and edify you. The only reason why we're here on earth is to edify others, complete our purpose, and be on the way with our Lord, because this is just a filter. So I'm Netflix and they're busters. I'm Netflix and they're blockbusters. And I've been living my life and I'm like, man, you need to go straight to Jesus. What's going to happen when you can't go to Jesus? What's going to happen when you're already dead and you're in heaven? You can't come to Jesus then and say, I'm sorry. You have the opportunity right here. You have that opportunity right here. It's given to you right here. You know, and I make these videos, I don't have no high quality recording camera. I have a regular cheapo little phone. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not even, all that savvy on this technology, but I have a platform, man. And I'm able to kick it to you straight, raw, straight truth, how it is, without acting, without nothing. Mess up. That's how it's going to come out. You can't memorize life. You just go through life and you go through the mistakes you made and you slip, you fall, you get back up, you dust yourself. Get back up. That's how I'm just basically dropping this video to let you know the point of my message, and they will continue. Because I'm like a Netflix, man. They're blockbusters. You don't see blockbusters. No, you don't go out and rent movies no more. It's done with. And that's what you need to do. Done away with that religious system and go to God. And this situation is a platform to let you know your pastor can't do nothing for you. He has never done nothing for you. What they need to do is get up and go to work. Stop begging people for money. Because people feeling sorry for people, that produces money. I have a saying that says, man, feeling sorry for somebody, having someone feel sorry for you, that produces money, and that's what the church does. They manipulate God to get money. But they don't help the world out there, and the world's still the same. And the church is not even stepping into her beauty, into her light. The church is asleep. And the real church are individuals who are doing things for their neighbors, for their enemy. And no one's even taking acknowledgement of what they're doing. They're just doing it without expecting nothing back. That's what you're supposed to do. We will all die one day. We will all face God on the real, on the reality point of view, on the facts. And I've been living my life and I'm telling people what you're going to do when they close the church, what you're going to do when they close this building. And you're depending on a pastor in a pulpit when that pastor just wants to talk and talk and talk. And he wants you to hear, but he don't hear God talking to him. You don't hear God talking to him. He just wants to talk. When the Bible says be slow to talk. Be quick to listen. Be quick to listen. I pass through these churches. I step in this church when I have time. I go and I sit down. And a lot of these places just talking. A lot of these places just talking. Throwing things at other people. Judging other people. But there ain't no action taken. These people just want to talk and judge people's life. They want to take control of your mind and separate you from your family, separate you from the reality of the things that we all face in life. The reality of other things is they're not walking out what they're talking. They just want to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. So I just want to tell you, man, put away with them blockbusters and get Netflix. Subscribe to Jesus. Subscribe. He ain't asking you for no money. Take him home with you. Take him home with you. Where you could be there in your personal, intimate relationship with him. Take him home with you. And listen to him. Be taught by him. Step into those teachings and live them. See, when you go to school and you go through this 4-year in college, you don't just go there and listen. You advance. And then you go out there into your field and you do what you've been taught. You go out there in your career and you live it. You're a professional. And it's time, as humans, that we acknowledge Jesus for what he said, and we open our Bibles, and we take in his teachings, and we live it, and we go out there, and we live how he lived. And put away with this religious system that ain't doing nothing for us. And we can see it now in this crisis. They ain't doing nothing for us. We're at home. You can't be around other people. You got to limit yourself to gather. And they could go on the social medias and they could just talk and ask you for your credit card and ask you for your money, ask you for a donation. They ain't doing nothing because they can't do nothing for you right now. They just want to take your money. But you see your brother starving, you see your brother, and you don't do nothing for him. You just have no opposition to deposit for these live stream churches and all this strength. Of course, they need their money. That's what they're live streaming, but they don't care about you. When are they going to pick up an offering for the people's at home? They're not going to do it. But you have a problem to see your neighbor starving and help him. You see a problem with your brother starving and help him. That you have a position against it. But you don't have a position about these people taking your money. Or we could be putting our money into other things, putting it for the poor. You know what I mean? That's the situation that we're living in. A lot of people think they have it bad, man. You don't even know how good you have it. See other people in other countries. See, the whole idea of my platform, the whole idea of me doing these videos is to draw you to God. To draw you to Jesus. Because I went through it all. And I'm still going through it. I'm still facing life. You know? I'm still going through it. I'm still facing life. I take time out of my own time to do these videos. Or I could be reading. I could be writing. I could be doing some other projects. I could be investing in this and other things. But I'm here dropping the jewels to you. So you don't end your life before you even begin your life. Don't glamorize what you see on TV. Don't glamorize what people are talking about. Don't let what people talk define you. God gave you a life. Let Jesus define you. Let the way you live be defined. Because God showed you that you were created to live here on earth for what you do. Whether it be, I hope whether it is right. But if you will we will all make mistakes. We all make decisions that we're like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Man, I'm going to do this better. Okay. You know, just like when I was locked up, I was like, man, I ain't trying to get locked up no more. I'm going to do right. You know? But I didn't do right because somebody just kept talking in church and judging me. I did right because someone actually demonstrated and walked out what love is. Action produces change. Talk is just talk. And the Bible says, be slow to talk. Be quick to listen. We miss that one. And people just want to talk. And now it's so easy in days, right now, that people could just sit behind a little square and just bash people up. Oh, I don't like your coming. Boom, just let you have it. Oh, I don't like your coming. Oh, you don't even know this person. Don't be brave behind a little square, a little gadget. Respect. That's people's problem nowadays. They just want to get behind that little phone and just let people have it. You don't even know the person. You're not even comprehending the comments. That's an epidemic, you know. And we ain't being real people. We ain't being real. We're hiding behind a little phone, behind a computer. It's so easy to do things behind a little computer, but you know, when you step out there in life, who are you? Don't be defined by what people say. Don't be defined by other people. What you see. Let your life define you. Let you define you. You know what I'm saying? God gave you a life. And if you live it like he did, then you're going to be defined for how you lived. And if you live your life, you can say, man, you know what? I want Jesus to define me. This platform and these messages that I kicked to you, that I sent to you, it will continue. Whatever you give your mind to, that's what's going to rule your life. Whatever you give yourself to, that's what's going to control you. And some people have been so deceived. Take control of your life. Stand in a position where you can reflect and you say, what? You could say, you know what, I don't want other people's sayings, other people's life to define me. God gave me a life. I want Jesus to define me. Our whole purpose as human beings is we were created and designed from the beginning. Original function here on earth is our function is to live like Jesus. If He came here on earth to show us our function, you demonstrate, hey man, this is how you guys are supposed to live. I'm going to model this for you. I'm going to go through this. So you can have access directly to God. Because these Pharisees had control of that. And God was putting away with that. He said, you know what, you guys are no longer going to come to me through these Pharisees. You're no longer going to come through me through this pope, through this pastor. You're no longer going to come to me through these Jehovah's Witnesses, through these Mormons, through all this junk. You're no longer going to, I'm putting away with that. That's what Jesus put away with. And people still don't seem to get it. They're following man and doctrines of man and things that they created and doctrines and all that. They're following all that. They're blockbusters, man. Get with Netflix. They're done away with. That's that thing passed. They didn't want to join. You know, Netflix told them, man, you know what, you could advance with us or we'll just cut you off. So I'm telling you right now, go with Jesus. Take Him home with you. Take Him home with you. You can subscribe. It's so easy. Believe. Believe is a subscription. You already pay the fee. It's for life. It's for life. Believe in your heart and you will be saved. Believe in Jesus. That's all it takes. He ain't asking for nothing. He don't need your money. Okay? He don't need your money. Believe that. You want to give 10%? You want to give an offering? Give it to a poor man. Give it to a widow. Give it to an orphan. Give it to a single mother. Give 10% to them. God doesn't want sacrifice. He wants obedience. And just because you go to church and you have a beautiful title in your church and you have a beautiful parking, a big old space, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean you're going to go to heaven. That don't mean you're going to spend time with God. See, because God already had that in heaven once. He already had Satan and Lucifer in heaven once. He made a mess. He ain't going to have that twice. So He judges the intentions of your heart. He ain't going to have that chaos again. He already had it once with Lucifer. So you come up to him and you say, oh, you know, God, in your name I did this. You know, didn't we cast out demons? We didn't do this. He's going to tell you, apart from me, I never knew you. Why? It's not that He don't know you. It's because He don't know where you're coming from. You don't know where your loyalty's at. You could proclaim one thing and live like another. A lot of people are living that way. They proclaim this, they proclaim that, but they have hatred and murder in their heart. And God sees that. You have to be pure. Because the pure in heart will see God. And you think you could dress all nice and then have flaw on this, and people see that. And you talk, and you do a little bit, you do a good deed, so you could just over talk. You think that's going to get you to heaven? Put brakes on that. God sees the heart. Humans, they see the outer look. They see what you have. Oh, you're a citizen? Oh, boom, they're with you. You have money. You're a citizen. Or you have this, or you that. They could get something from you. God doesn't see that. God don't see what you have. He sees your heart. And if you have good things, if you have a beautiful heart, a pure heart, and you've gone through things, I'm not saying it's wrong to have things. Because I know people that have a beautiful heart. They have nice. They walk around with Jordans. They walk around with Jordan sweaters. They walk around with nice jewels, nice cars, and everything. And they're pure people. There are people like that. They're very rare, but there are people like that. And they're humble people. They've struggled. They want to have something that they never had. They buy it. There is good people like that. Don't judge them. But the majority of people are evil, and they just appear an appearance. Because see, that's the good thing about God. You can't bribe God. That's why I'm so happy about that. You can't bribe him. He don't need your money. He don't need your votes. He don't need your social number. He ain't putting you on his taxes. He don't need none of that. What he does need is for you to come to an understanding and to know that he is for mankind. He is for mankind. I take these messages and I film them and I'm doing boom. You know why? Because when I'm dead, long and gone, somebody will click and see it. And I'm dropping jewels for your life. So you can begin your life and have a good life and not end it before you even begin it. And it's time that we as individuals come. I don't need your likes. I don't need your subscriptions. I don't need none of that. I have like 8 people who subscribe, 9 people on my channel. I don't know how many people I have. Not that many. I have a lot of people who have seen these videos through individual clicks or individual just seeing them like, oh. And to me, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I don't want to have all these people watching me. I don't want to have all this massive fame and all these people watching me and not have me. You know what I'm saying? And lose myself and not know me. If you think that's why I'm doing it, you don't even know the half of it. That's not even that's not even my purpose. That's not even my you don't even know me. I do this to share what was never shared with me. To share what was never shared with me. To let you know. Cut out the middleman. Put away with this religious system. And go straight to the source. You'll get a better bargain. Start having church at home. Because the real church of God is made up of individuals. Find these individuals. God will put them in your life. And have church at home. Worship God at home. Like the real church of the Acts did. Surround yourself with real Christians. Christ-like ones. Surround yourself with real people who have signed up and know why they signed up for and willing to give their life for God. I'm not saying they're going to go do dumb things. God is not about that. He's a God of order. I'm talking about people who stand up to do what's right in the midst of hardships. Our whole message is purity, righteousness, loving your enemy, loving God first, loving yourself, loving God first, yourself, loving your enemy as you love yourself. And the reason why you could love him and you love yourself is because you have known real love. And you know what real love looks like. And real love is not just an appearance or a look or a talk. Real love has been demonstrated. Because Jesus, see, Jesus to me is a straight warrior. Solid individual. Rock. Straight soldier. Okay? To me, Jesus is like what I've been looking for my whole life as an example. To say, you know what, Jesus, I want that in my life. Oh, what? That's available for me? Here it is. I'm subscribing. Boom, boom, boom. Blockbuster didn't want to go and join. Boom, they put away. They're done. Put away. I'm subscribing to that, Jesus. I'm living like this. Because I've been living this way. But I didn't know you were the guy. I didn't know you were Lord. And here I am. I signed up for something worth living for, and I signed up for something that's worth dying for. And that's what's most beautiful, because I heard that in my life a long time, you know. If you don't, I heard this in my life, and it's so beautiful. I heard it, and it just didn't make sense to me like it makes sense now. You know, because one of my biggest virtues, and I think it had been one of my bad decision makers and my downfalls and my bad decisions. My loyalty. I'm just a real loyal person. I'm just real loyal, but now I'm loyal to the right things.